I overcomplicate things. I'm an overcomplicator. I seem to find something that I want to do and get excited about it. And then before starting or instead of starting, I find the most difficult possible way of doing it. And then I wind up overwhelming myself with the thoughts of how difficult it's going to be. It's a habit I've developed over time because I guess the complexities of things fascinate me, but it's something that I've transitioned from an interest into my daily life, and it's actually hindered me in so many different projects, so many different interests, so many different things that I've really wanted to start because I've overcomplicated them. It's something that I'm aware of, and yet I still find myself doing, sometimes not until after I've already started doing it. But the reality is that overcomplicating things is really one of the main reasons why people don't ever get started on their journey, whatever journey that might be for them. In health and wellness, a lot of times we feel like we need the right foods or we need the right equipment, or, I need to read the research first. I need to read this book first. I need to listen to this podcast. I need to follow this person. I need to sign on to this program. I need to join a gym. I need to do all these things before I can actually start. And the truth is, you don't really need any of that. The only thing you need to do is make the decision to start. And sometimes we find reasons why we can't start. The famous line of, I can't right now, or I can't because of, or, I can't today, I'll start tomorrow. Once those lines start to come into our vocabulary and our vernacular, we are sabotaging ourselves because we are creating these beliefs and convincing ourselves that we're almost not allowed to start until we do X, Y, and Z. When we've made the decision to start, there's a sense of excitement to it, and then I think there's a sense of fear as well, because once we've decided that we're going to start, we actually have to do something to start. And so we allow ourselves to make these excuses, and some people call it procrastination, but there's a belief that we need to be prepared to make that first step. And in reality, we really don't need to be prepared at all. We just need to take the first step. We overanalyze a lot of the data, and we overcomplicate the thoughts that we have of how we're going to accomplish whatever our goal is, whatever our desired outcome that we're aiming for might look like. We create these steps and we try to build the bridge or see all the stepping stones that are going to be between where we are now and where we want to go. And we get so overwhelmed with this prospect of trying to envision every single step of the journey and anticipate every negative outcome, prepare ourselves for any stumbles or trip ups or falls that we might encounter, that we scare ourselves out of making that first step. The only way to cross the finish line is to take that step across the start line so that you can keep going. You can start the journey. We've all heard the quote, "The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step." And it's absolutely true. Without that first step, there is no second step. There is no 100th step. There is no 1,000 miles, because without taking that first step, you haven't done anything. I overcomplicate things because I feel like there's always something to do, and I want to get it right on the first try. And that is one of my biggest mistakes that I've made through my years, is that I've tried to overplan and overanalyze. We've heard of analysis paralysis. I've held myself back from making huge accomplishments because I've been overthinking it too much. I've been overplanning it too much. I want to know that everything is going to be perfect before I even start. And there really is no way of knowing that. In fact, the best things in life that have been created have been started and have hit roadblocks or stumbling blocks and have adjusted or adapted or evolved to get past those stumbling blocks and those little trip ups that inevitably happen. And it's not about having every step be perfect. You don't hear the stories about every step being perfect, because not only do those stories not really exist, but that's not what people are interested in. They want to see what you came across, what you overcame, and you still managed to get to the outcome that you were looking for. And it's so encouraging sometimes to see how other people have tripped up, and we don't find a sense of pleasure in seeing how they've tripped up or the obstacles that they faced or the things that they failed at. We get excited for them because they overcame whatever those obstacles might have been and found their way way to the end. It's all a part of the journey, but there is no journey without taking that first step. And the best thing that we can do for ourselves is make that first step as easy as possible. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't need all the equipment and all the things and all the learnings and the teachings, and I need to listen to this and I need to read that and I need to before I can get started. That's not true. The only person saying that is you. If you can get past that mentality of thinking I have to do X before I can take the first step, you are going to feel a sense of freedom and excitement that you have never felt before. Taking that first step is so important. And the more we push it off because we're preparing, the more the chances are that it's never going to happen. I can be afraid of the journey all I want to, but if I never take that first step, I'm never going to encounter all the things that I thought would stop me, but I was able to overcome, or that I was stronger than. I'll never be able to reach my full potential because I'll never have started. If we cross the start line, we've already won a huge portion of the journey. We've already raised the level of our potential, because there are a lot of people that don't know how to take that first step. And there's a lot of people that get stuck in the preparation, and there's a lot of people that want to plan and prepare and produce more before they unveil it to the world, unveil themselves to the world, put themselves out there, open the door, step through the threshold. There's a lot of reasons why we hold ourselves back, but the easier we can make not only the first step, but every other step, the more likely we're going to find that success. Don't overcomplicate things. I overcomplicated much of my life, and it never served me in any capacity. In some ways, I felt like it kept me safe because I couldn't do something until something else was done. And if that other thing was never done, then I never had to do the first thing. And it kept me safe because I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to put myself out there. I could always be in a sense of preparation, and I never had to take the risk of stepping across that start line, taking the chance, stepping into the world, giving it a try. Whatever it is, take the step, give it a try. Failure or success, you'll know, and you can adapt and you can evolve and you can learn, but without taking that first step, you have nothing. Don't overcomplicate things. Simple is better. Keep it simple.